Recorded Books and One-Click Digital present The Scribe, Silas, by Francine Rivers. Narrated by Verner. Introduction. Dear listener, this is the last of 5 novellas on biblical men of faith who served in the shadows of others. These were Eastern men who lived in ancient times, and yet their stories apply to our lives and the difficult issues we face in our world today. They were on the edge. They had courage. They took risks. They did the unexpected. They lived daring lives, and sometimes they made mistakes. Big mistakes. These men were not perfect, and yet God in His infinite mercy used them in His perfect plan to reveal Himself to the world. We live in desperate, troubled times, when millions seek answers. These men point the way. The lessons we can learn from them are as applicable today as when they lived thousands of years ago. These are historical men who actually lived. Their stories, as I have told them, are based on biblical accounts. For the facts we know about the life of Silas, see Acts chapter 15, verses 22 through chapter 19, verse 10. 2 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 19, 1 Thessalonians chapter 1, verse 1, 2 Thessalonians chapter 1, verse 1, and 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 12. This book is also a work of historical fiction. The outline of the story is provided by the Bible, and I have started with the information provided for us there. Building on that foundation, I have created action, dialogue, internal motivations, and in some cases, additional characters that I feel are consistent with the biblical record. I have attempted to remain true to the scriptural message in all points, adding only what is necessary to aid in our understanding of that message. Francine Rivers. Prologue. Silas walked to the house where Peter and his wife were hidden, aggrieved by the weight of the news he bore. Tapping 3 times, lightly, he entered the room where they had often met with brothers and sisters in Christ, or prayed long hours when alone. He found Peter and his wife in prayer now. Peter's wife raised her head, and her smile vanished. Silas helped her up. "We must go," he said softly, and turned to assist Peter. "Paul has been captured. Soldiers are searching the city for you. You must leave tonight." As they headed out, Silas explained further. "Apelles is with me. He will show you the way." "What about you?" Peter spoke with grave concern. "You must come with us, Silas. You've served as Paul's secretary as well as mine. They will be looking for you, too." "I'll follow shortly. I was working on a scroll when Apelles brought me the news. I must return and make certain the ink is dry before I pack it with the others." Peter nodded gravely, and Silas ducked into the house where he had been staying. All the papyrus scrolls, except the one on which he had been working, were already rolled and stored carefully in leather cases. Silas had known the day would come when he would have to grab the pack and run. Lifting the weights that held open the newest scroll, he rolled the papyrus and tucked it carefully into its case. As he slung the pack over his shoulder, he felt the full weight of responsibility to safeguard the letters. As he stepped out into the street again, he saw Peter and his wife and Apelles waiting. Silas ran to them. "Why are you still here?" Apelles looked frantic. "They wouldn't go farther without you." Torn between gratitude for his friend's loyalty and fear for their safety, Silas urged them on. "We must hurry." Apelles was clearly relieved to be moving again. He gave further instructions in an urgent whisper. "We have a carriage waiting outside the city gates. We thought it best to wait until nightfall, when the ban on wagons lifted. It will be easier to slip out now." Peter was well known in Rome, and would be easily recognized. They would have a better chance of escape in the confusing influx of goods into the city and the cover of darkness beyond the walls. Peter walked with difficulty, his arm protectively around his wife. "When did the guard come for Paul?" "They took him to the dungeon this morning." Apelles raised his hand as they came to the end of the street. He peered around the corner, and then
Sample complete. Ready to continue?